Once upon a time, there was a little mermaid named Ariel who lived in a kingdom under the sea. Ariel was not happy being a mermaid so long to be part of the world far above the ocean floor, the human world. Ariel even had her own collection of human things. She kept the object in her secret grotto and would go try to admire them, imagining that she was human too. Ariel's father, King Triton, discovered that Ariel had been swimming to the ocean surface. He was very upset with her because contact with the human world was clearly forbidden. The king put his court composer Sebastian in charge in his strong daughter. Ariel needs someone to keep her out of trouble. The king explained, and you are just the crab to do it. But Sebastian could not stop the determined little mermaid one day. While swimming with her friend, Flounder Ariel saw a ship floating on the surface of the water. She swam up to the ship and spied a handsome prince named Eric. Sir Grimby presented Eric with a statue of himself for a birthday present. He asked what the prince was going to think about marriage again. "Oh, come on, Grim," said Eric. "I just haven't found the right girl yet, but she out tree somewhere, and when I find her, I'll know." Suddenly, a terribly storm came up, and Prince Eric fell overboard. Ariel dove underneath the crashing waves and pulled him to safety. On the shore, she sang to Eric until Sir Grimby came to rescue him. "I heard a girl singing," Eric said. "She had a beautiful voice. I think you swallowed a bit too much sweeter," said Grimby, helping Eric to his feet. When King Triton found out that Ariel had rescued Eric, he was furious. "Have you lost your sense?" King Triton asked. "Had human you mermaid, you could never be together." "But Daddy," Ariel protested, "I love you him." King Triton was so furious that he destroyed Ariel grotto and everything in it. "If thief is the only way to get through to you, so be it." Ariel looked around at what had once been her wonderful grotto and began to cry. Suddenly she heard voices. "Poor kid," he said one. "Poor sweet child," he said another. Ariel, upon herself, she wrote that be too slim L. Flotsam and Jetsam were absent. "Someone who can help you," said the elves. Ursula can make all your dreams come true." Ariel could back her trace the sweet secret. Ariel, Fronder, and Sebastian went to see Ursula the Sea Witch. Ursula promised to crown Ariel into a human for 3 days in exchange for her voice. She explained that in order for Ariel to remain human, the prince would have to kiss her before the sun set on the 3rd day. "Or you turn back into a mermaid and you belong to me," said Ursula, cuddling. Ariel nevertheless agreed. Sebastian and Flounder was the in horror as Ariel signed a contract with the Sea Witch. The ex-King Mother and Ursula captured Ariel, voice in the isle. Tin Weekly and everything Ariel they transformed to become human legs online. Ariel could not believe that her legs were real. Something different about you, said her friend Scarlett the Showgirl. She got let's, cried Sebastian. She got to make the prince fall in love with her. At that flounder, all three friends agreed to help the little mermaid. When Prince Eric and his Duke Max von Ariel had did request her, he only remembered the beautiful voice of the person who had requested him. "You can speak," he asked Ariel. "Oh, then you can be who I thought you were. What? But don't worry, I help you." The prince to Ariel home to Haskell on the second day of her visit. The fourth is kingdom. Sitting in the lagoon together, the moment came when Eric leaned over to kiss Ariel. But before he could kiss her, Blossom and Jetsam made the boat overturn and they fell into the water. The sea witch had been watching in her crystal ball. "That's why I close one," said Ursula. "Too close. I time for Ursula to make matter into her own testicle. Using her black magic, Ursula turned herself into a beautiful maiden. She wore the shell that held Ariel was around her neck. As soon as Eric heard the voice, he was astonished. He agreed to marry the maiden the very day aboard the royal wedding ship. Ariel was beside herself when she heard the news. Luckily, Sutley flew overhead and discovered the maiden's secret. She was the sea witch in disguise. Scully and Flounder went into active while Sebastian went to get the Sea King. Scully brought his friend aboard the ship and tried to stop the wedding during straight struggle. The maiden necklace tightened. Eric awoke from his trance and Ariel got her voice back. "You're too late," cried the sea witch as Ariel thrown back into a mermaid. Ursula grabbed her and jumped into the water. "At last these are mine," she cried, grabbing his crown and magic trident. "Now I am ruler of all the ocean." Ursula enormous body snapped beneath the waves. Everything returned to the way it was. The ocean became calm once more, and King Triton's power was restored. The king looked over at his unhappy daughter. "She really does love him, does she?" he asked Sebastian, and with a wave of his trident, King Triton kicked Ariel tight back into legs. Sebastian floundered King Triton and all the merfolk matched Ariel Mermaid Prince Eric. At last the little mermaid was proud of the human world she loved so dearly, and she and her prince will live happily ever after.